Hey Sagittarius, good morning. Hope this day finds you well. Thanks everyone for commenting their birthdays on my post. I probably won't remember your names and in tune with the birthdays, but uh, just be sure to remember to check out the daily reading because that is where I will post birthday message, right? And I will timestamp that so that you could just go right to it on your special day. Sagittarius, I do not feel good today. So probably after this reading, I'm going to lay it back down. But Sagittarius, so the oracles are pretty much, this is the Journey of Love Oracle, which I don't use very often, but it's really beautiful. I'm also using the tea leaves and this Angels deck. I'm not even sure what it's called, but it's there's one card maker, oracle card maker, Kyle something, and he makes beautiful decks. But anyways, let's get on with it, Sag. I mean, a lot of us may be struggling with our health today. And so, like, definitely in terms of feeling fatigued. And it's kind of telling you that there's an energy transition going on. So if you're feeling kind of exhausted, take care. If you have to go to the doctor, take care of that. But what they're telling you is that you're getting ready to manifest something big. And, I feel like when we shift from one season to another, Sagittarius is one of those that feels the shifts. And for Sagittarius season, that's a lot of energy. So you really want to be mindful energetically. As a Sagittarius, definitely do what is necessary to release energy. For Sagittarius, that's activity. So that's physical activity. You need to do it, right? You need to do it, but they're getting ready to tell you that, it's so interesting because I feel like what's happening, and you may not see it when it's happening, but it may seem like there are challenges that come in and you're actually manifesting through it. It's like there may be this big challenge that comes in, and definitely your energy is changing. There's an energy shift going on, which might actually make you feel really exhausted, right? But there is a challenge coming in that is pretty temporary, and on the other side of that is your life completely changing. Like you're getting something you want. Okay, you're manifesting. We're always manifesting, but this is specific to something that you want. And so there is a lot of energy shifting going on here. I hope that was clear and not confusing. And the truth is it's like there's a challenge showing up that's not a challenge. I definitely see that. Well, it might feel like a challenge, right? But it's kind of like, on the other side of that hill is something really magical. And so I feel like Spirit wants you to remember that, This may be the last challenge before you are receiving something you really want. Look, the swan, I mean, we know the story of the ugly duckling and the swan, right? So let's see what may be going on in your environment, because I feel like this is kind of telling. Candle, you will be shown the way. Temporary situation. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. And older man with an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. I do kind of see there may be an argument in here with someone. And it's purposeful, for sure. But something about this, now it may seem difficult. You may have problems with an older man. And there definitely is a challenge, but you should know that it's temporary. Something in it is showing you your way forward. Okay, Sag, so what was underneath the deck? The Seven of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. I feel like a lot of this could be focusing too much attention on people who just want to stand in your way. You know, it's like they just cause more problems for you. They do it on purpose. They do it to slow you down for some reason. And I feel like you're finding that out. Because in terms of your energy, you show up as the Queen of Swords. You know, and the butterfly on her sword signifies change. And there's definitely information. I always think with the Queen of Swords, like, there's information coming in. It's with the Nine of Wands. So I definitely feel like you may be cutting some people off. You know, because they kind of, like I said, they kind of try to stand in your way. You know, it's like they bring more problems than they bring blessings. And for some reason, whatever it is you're finding out or realizing, and that is that whatever this path is for you, you have to do it by yourself. And you have to protect it. You know, it could have to do with someone trying to distract you from whatever, you know, like maybe you had a plan, Sagittarius, and then they will throw something else in the mix to distract you. But all it does is just make you busier. You know, it becomes heavier for you. And it just causes problems. And I feel like this person is doing it on purpose. I do. And a lot of this has to do with you were already on a path, you know, and you want to really be careful that you're not taking on more for the sake of other people. Like, this is stuff that other people want you to do. This wasn't what you were doing, right? You knew what you were doing, Sag. You knew what you were doing. And so, I mean, it's not so much cutting people off as it is standing for yourself. You already know that you were on the right path. And then they come to you with all these different things, like, Sag, you can do this, and you can do this, and you can do this. And the truth is in some way they're just trying to slow you down. And I don't know why that is. I really don't. And there could be an older man here who actually is trying to tell you that. You know, but you may not want to hear it for sure. And with the Sun, the Four of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles, it's like you just realizing you need to back the heck up. Back up and focus on what you are doing. You know, it's kind of like doing more isn't always the answer. You know, you maybe you weren't getting there as fast as you wanted to, but the path that you were on was the right thing, honestly. And you knew that. And I feel like you're probably getting advice about that, and I don't know who is trying to distract you here, but it almost feels like what they put in front of you is too many options, right? Too many options, and it really distracts you from where you were going, what you were doing, what you are already focused on. You were already on a path that was leading towards abundance, right? And also, please, please don't let other people in. Like in terms of, other people they see that you're starting to get successful, and it kind of like they want a piece of it. So they want to work with you or help you. No, you don't. For whatever this is that you're trying to do, Sagittarius, this is yours and yours alone. And you don't have to share it with other people. You don't. The Six of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Like, I feel like there's a person here who comes in with all the love, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did this. I'm sorry I did that. Let's work together. And I feel like that's what this person does every time. Every time, but you wind up doing more. And so there's a need for you to set boundaries here. I feel like it's the same person. This is someone that you probably helped a lot, and now they're saying they want to help you, and they may be messaging you. They want to talk. They want to bring balance in. You could do a lot together, but you're in Seven of Wands energy. You're like, you know what? No, because you start to see what's happening here. You've distracted me from what I was doing. I was doing okay. I was getting somewhere. I was doing this, and this is mine. I know how that sounds, Sagittarius. I know how that sounds, but it just feels like that. It feels like someone just keeps coming in and distracting you with more options. And this comes from their own ambition. But what winds up happening is you have more work. You have more work, and it may take away from the time that you spend on this thing you're trying to do. And it could be this dude right here who maybe is a little arrogant, and that might get your feathers up. But kind of, it would be someone that says, kind of a know-it-all, right? But they're giving you good advice. They're telling you, look, Sag, you were doing okay. You were going there. You don't, because there's a lot of defensive energy here. And if you're feeling defensive, if you're feeling so much like you have to protect yourself and what it is you've been doing or building for yourself, that should tell you something. That should really tell you something. I kind of feel like this person uses emotions against you, and it's kind of like, no, not this time. That's where you're at. No, not this time. Because, the Queen of Wands with the Eight of Swords and the Six of Swords, it just feels like this is something you're supposed to do on your own. Okay, you were confident about it before, and then every time this happens, and this could be a person coming back with yet another idea to distract you off where you were going, then you become stuck. It creates a blockage, right? Because what you need to know is that whoever this person is, they're not really interested in working with you long term. Take that as it resonates for you, whether this is a relationship for you or your life path, your dreams, your goals, your career. They're not interested in working with you long term. And what this does is it blocks what you were doing because it actually affects your self-confidence. Six of Swords, because they always leave, right? And yeah, look at this. Page of Swords, Six of Cups, a Hangman, and Judgment. It's time for this to stop. It's kind of like, whether this is personal, business, whatever this is, as soon as you're doing well, this person comes back and kind of mucks things up for you. And it's time for you to set boundaries with them for sure. And I don't know why they do it. I really don't. I don't know why they do it. I feel like they do it to keep you from moving on. Honestly. Because I feel like you keep trying to. Because, I don't know, Sag. So that is definitely something specific going on for you, Sagittarius. But just know that, the path you're on is the right path. And it might be a singular path for sure, because that's the Queen of Swords. But you know what you're doing. So don't let someone in and kind of muddy the waters here for you. Yeah. Okay. So let's get a message from your angels. Sagittarius. What would help Sagittarius today? Fresh air. Your body needs refreshment. I want you to get outside and spend time with nature. That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Toodles.